Hi, beautiful people. I am not feeling well, so if I end this live short, if I make it short, I apologize. It's been a really, really long week, and but I wanted to come on here because I have rescheduled this live, and I want to do it. So it's late, so I don't expect to see a lot of people in here, but that's okay. We're still going to do it. Make sure you share the replay or whatever, because most people will probably catch the replay. I've just been not feeling well, you guys. Like, I don't know. It's just been weird. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Heather. Hey, Goose. But it's been a long week. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. I hope it's been a chaotic week. But I'm here. That's all that matters, right? That's hey, Cammy B, how are you? I'm actually better. I'm really tired, you guys. Like, I'm really, really tired. That's all. But I have been better the past couple days. But thank you for saying I sound bad. Thank you. Just joking. See, I pray that you're feeling better, beautiful. Thank you so much, Cammy B. I think that's just I've been tired, like really, really tired. I don't know if it's the weather change, but I have really, really bad sinuses, and it gets a little bit better at night. Nothing like severe, anything like that. Not the C word. We're not going to say the word. We're not going to say it. I had a couple days ago tried to make some extra zinc if you can. I definitely will, Goose. Thank you guys. But was able to get out of the house and everything. Hey, Steph, how are you, beautiful? Yeah, my daughter is going through the same. Yeah, it's been rough. Hey, allegedly, Brittany. But thank you guys for being here. So I just want to talk a little bit about things that have been bothering me. And you guys know I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, right? I will come on camera. I'm just going to smoke. I miss you too, Steph. Definitely text me. I want to talk about this specifically because I have a past with a majority of the creators that I'm going to mention here. The only one that I'm not going to mention that much, you guys, is Molly Golightly. And the reason why, excuse me, the reason why I'm not going to mention Molly Golightly, I mean, I am going to talk about what she recently did at the, is it the Laundry House or whatever? However, I did see her on an interview. My friend interviewed her, Alex Erickson, which Alex is amazing, especially with her interviews. And I definitely look at Molly in a different way, but I feel like Molly is a whole nother story in herself. So it's just another example of how some people are getting a little bit too carried away when it comes to this case. And there are some people who have been covering it very beautifully with integrity, like Melissa, Jade, Unmasked, Alex. Yeah, she's beautiful inside and out, that girl. But then those are the only three people that I watch when it comes to this case. But there are some other people who I feel like have gone, too far. And I'm getting sick of it. Like, come on, you guys. This is a young lady who lost her life. And there are so many people that are exploiting and capitalizing on this case. Makes me sick. Makes me sick. And there are going to be a few creators that I'm going to mention, but the two I'm going to talk about first is Teaspiracy and Radiant Britt. Now, I have a past with Teaspiracy, and I'm going to warn you guys right now. I'm going to do my excuse me. I'm going to do my best not to be biased, because Teaspiracy, I love her. You know, I watch her sometimes as much as I possibly can. She was one of the first channels that actually, because she, was already monetized. I remember it's just been great to watch her grow, and it's been great to see the success that she has on YouTube. But Teaspiracy, I love her. I feel like she's a dope chick. She's never done anything wrong to me. And like I said, she was one of the first channels that ever shared my channel, like a bigger channel to me. Obviously she's a smaller channel. We all are in the same boat, you guys. That's what people need to get straight. Unless you have 500,000 subscribers plus or more, we're all in the same boat. Okay. So she was one of the first bigger channels to me when I first started. I only had like maybe 300-400 subscribers, which is good, but she shared and supported me. One of the first bigger channel that was bigger than me, that supported me. And that's not the only reason why I like her. I like her personality. I like her delivery of things. I like how real she is. I don't necessarily agree with everything that she does. That's just life. I don't agree with everything. Like, who wants a friend that is going to agree with everything that you do? Okay, if Melissa does something, I'm going to tell her. That's just the way it is. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you. If Heather does something, or Britt, or whoever, if Alex does something I don't like, that's just the way I am. I'm real. Either you're going to take it or leave it. I really don't give a shit. I just don't. But, either you're going to accept me for who I am, or you're not. And I just think Teaspiracy is a really cool chick. So, Radiant Britt. I actually used to watch Radiant Britt. I used to be a big supporter of hers as well. I liked her content when she first started out in the beginning. There are some things that she has done, including to me, that I don't respect. So I lost a lot of respect for her. It seems as though the bigger she got, the more she stood on her moral high horse. Now, what I will say is that I don't want to necessarily say I have a problem with Radiant Britt. I don't know her, but some of the things that she does is things that I don't agree with, but that's just me. She's done some, me being a supporter of hers, she definitely showed me that there's only certain supporters that she cares about. Let's just put it that way and leave it at that. But I think she's right about her recent video. There's a lot of things that she was right about. A majority of the people she was talking about, she was right, except for Teaspiracy. And I'm going to show you guys why she was wrong. Why she was wrong to even call out Teaspiracy. Because if that's the case, then you're going to be calling out a lot of other channels. And Teaspiracy is not the only one covering this case, and sometimes brings up the news and all that kind of stuff. Like, so, however, she was, the other two creators that she mentioned, she was 100% right, including Katie Joy, who doxed somebody in this case already. So, I am going to pull up my screen in a second here. One second. And another thing I want to tell you guys too. I have been observing. Not meaning to ignore anyone. I'm listening, just finishing stuff up before bed. So, hey, everyone. That said, hi. Hope y'all having a good night. I hope you're having a good night too, Brandy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys all. And let me read some of these comments here. Southern Lady. Hey, y'all. Hey, Southern Lady. I had allergy problems with the ragweed here in Texas past couple of weeks. I've been taking Zyrtec that works so well once up in your system. That and zinc and vitamin C and rest. Well, definitely. Thank you for telling me that, Southern Lady. I definitely have been trying to get some rest, but I definitely think it has to do with the weather change. Hello, all. I'm tired. Don't know how long I'll be awake. Oh, it's okay, Carrie, but thank you so much for being here anyway. I appreciate you. I've subbed to Teaspiracy and we'll check it out. Yeah, she's awesome. I really do like her. So, hey, Rena. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I feel like I'm always pronouncing your name wrong. It's so good to see you guys all here. I appreciate you guys. Okay. So another thing I wanted to tell you guys is I've been sitting back and observing. You know, when you're not feeling well, you watch things and you're just kind of like, you know, okay, I see you, boo. I see you. So I have just really, Tia, one of the major things I appreciate about you is the fact that you are real and you will tell people like this. Thank you so much, allegedly, Brittany. And I appreciate that about you as well. I will open up the panel if you guys, once I stop talking about this, which I'm not going to talk about it long, but I will open up the panel if you guys have any input. You guys know I always do. I like to hear what you guys' opinions are about situations. But as I've been sitting back and just watching, I have noticed that YouTube is a scary place. You don't know who to trust, who to confide in, who's talking behind your back, who's not talking behind your back, who's smiling in your face and talking behind your back, who's a clout chaser, who's not. All of these things I have just been noticing. And it makes me not want to talk to anybody. You know, as far as me being, I'm a very reserved person, and it takes a lot for me to open up. Once I do, it's awesome. There's definitely a big wall that you're going to have to break down before you get me to that point. I think Britt has some other issue with Teaspiracy. I don't know what it is. I think Britt put Teaspiracy in that video for some other reason because AZ is nothing like those. I agree 100%. Feeling kind of breezy. I like your name. But I have just noticed some things and how shady people really are. And it really does. It makes you not want to talk to anybody. You know, it makes you, you know, because the thing is that you think, sorry, I'm spraying my hair with this stuff. You think that, not even necessarily that you think you know somebody, but I just have just, oh God, I don't even know how to put it into words, how I feel, you guys. Be still. Be still. And when you are still and pay attention to the things that you see, you are going to start noticing a lot of things that you have never noticed before. And you may start looking at people a lot differently than you ever have before, because at the end of the day, it's like you don't know who to trust, which is why I keep my circle small. You're welcome. Feeling kind of breezy. Okay. I'm going to pull up my screen here. Hopefully it works. Keep your circle small and guarded. That's the best thing anyone can do. I agree, because some of the things that I have been seeing lately has been shocking. Literally shocking to me. I'm 100% me. Anyone that is a friend of mine on Facebook can see that. And it's so hard to see not everyone is that way. My damn bubble has been busted again. Exactly. Exactly, Brandy. I think the YouTube buzz is going to die out. It was big when we went on lockdown. Now the true colors of so many have been shown. There is a scamming, and TV stars have managers to keep their mask up. I agree, Southern Lady. I 100% agree. I mean, I hope YouTube doesn't die down. You know, YouTube doesn't have to be a bad place. It doesn't have to be a place where, you know, you're questioning everybody and things like that if you keep your circle small. I just noticed that I guess I never really was still. And now that I have been still and just kind of sitting back and observing, which I am an observer, you guys, but, you know, just sitting back and observing the things that I've noticed and the things that I see, I'm just like, I'm like in shock in a lot of ways. But in a lot of ways, I shouldn't be in shock, right? And it makes me understand why there are a lot of YouTubers who say they're not on YouTube to make friends, which sucks because you can meet some really incredible people. Obviously, you know, you have to be willing to take that chance, but it makes, when you observe some things, or the things that I've observed, it makes me not want to talk to anyone. Teaspiracy is not problematic in the least. Her lives are chill, comfortable, kitchen table talk atmosphere. Britt was way off putting Teaspiracy in that problematic career. I agree 100%. And Meta, I agree. And I'm going to show you why I feel this way. And the reason, like I said, if somebody is right, I don't care if I don't like them. If you're right, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean I'm not going to tell the truth. You know, I know how to look at things in a non-emotional way, if that makes sense. Just because I don't like somebody does not mean that I'm going to just sit there and say they're excuse me, say they're wrong just because I don't like them. You know, and like I said, I am going to try my best not to be biased, only because, you know, I do like Teaspiracy. I think she's a dope chick. So therefore, and I don't care for Britt, but I have my personal reasons why I don't care for her. There are a lot of people who have been talking about this, and there are a lot of people who may agree with Radiant Britt and the things that she said about Teaspiracy. I don't. And I want to break down the things that I agree with her with and the things that I don't agree with her with. When she's talking about people like Natasha, she's 100% right, Radiant Britt. And there's another one too. What the hell's his name? But anyway, let me go ahead and pull this up, you guys. Wait a minute. 1 second.
Stream 85 plus channels and save up to $500 a year with YouTube TV. Try it free.
I am Charlie D'Amelio from TikTok. I don't know how Charlie blew up. Give me a bar. Normal kids. Hey, you guys.
Okay, 1 second here. Make sure you guys can see my screen. There we go. Wait a minute. Okay. What did I just do? Oh, never mind. Okay. So this is Radiant Britt. I will show you guys Teaspiracy in a second. Radiant Britt and Teaspiracy pretty much took off with their channels talking about Without a Crystal Ball. Without a Crystal Ball, we all know who she is. That's definitely who Radiant Britt's got her start, talking about Without a Crystal Ball. She's kind of like, I guess she's kind of like my channel in a way. Like, she touches on makeup sometimes. She started off as a makeup channel and then obviously probably figured out that she has something to say to the world, just like myself. And she is basically a commentary channel, and she covers more of, social media, family vloggers, things like that. And Without a Crystal Ball is how I found her and how a majority of people have found her. And the same with Teaspiracy. Teaspiracy is a commentary channel. Keep in mind, you guys, that Teaspiracy has been dabbling in true crime lately, not just with the Gabby Petito case, may God rest her soul, not just the Gabby Petito case. Like, she has definitely been diving into true crime, but mostly she's a commentary channel. And a lot of her content is Without a Crystal Ball as well. However, she also talks about, like, what else? She talks about paranormal activity sometimes. She's been dabbling in true crime. So she's just been talking about a lot of things. Like I told you guys, that's what I love about commentary. It gives you that ability to touch on everything. Like with me, I want to talk, more about true crime cases that nobody talks about. Or in the next day, I could be talking about the Ace family. That's what I like about commentary. So that's how basically these two, how I knew of them. And that's how Radiant Britt, definitely more people paid attention to her when she started talking about Without a Crystal Ball. And Teaspiracy, the same thing. And, I don't have a problem with Radiant Britt per se. Like, even till this day, if there are things that people tell me about her, I'll go over and watch her channel. But I really don't anymore. And I unsubscribed from her a while ago because I just don't like the way she treats certain people. So I'm going to play a little bit of this just to give you guys an idea of the things that she was saying about Teaspiracy, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to talk to you about a couple of channels that I've come across over the last week or so. And I wanted to talk about their coverage of Gabby Petito. I had quite a few thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so from some of my recent videos, I've been pretty fired up about channels building up their subscribers and they're collecting AdSense off the back of Gabby Petito.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to stop right here and say, this is one of the problems that I don't like about Radiant Britt. She's very judgmental. It's okay to give your opinions about things, okay? Like, okay, we get it. That's okay. But a lot of my problem with her is that she always has to bring in the aspect of like AdSense money and monetization. And she talks about people who have memberships. There are a lot of people who may not have even known who she was until, a lot of people probably found her from her talking about this. But the thing is that why do you get to sit there and talk about how people have memberships and talk about people who monetize certain things and who you don't, it's none of your business. Like it really isn't. Let's continue.
This is something that I've kind of gone back and forth with, because I definitely think that true crime has a very important place on YouTube when it's done correctly. And
then see, there's where I have to stop it again. What do you mean when it's done correctly? Who are you to talk about what's done correct and what's not?
In my personal opinion, there are not many channels that I've seen do it with ethics and integrity.
Let me read what Ann Matta said. I hate to be negative, but that video was bad vibes. It came off as she was more angry about the monetization than Gabby, meaning they were collecting coin, counting their coins. That's what I'm talking about. It definitely rubs me the wrong way. Now, granted, I agree with her with a lot of the things that she has said, but I don't agree with her in Teaspiracy. And this is why, one of the reasons why I stopped watching Radiant Britt, her hypocrisy. You can't say one thing and then go and do the same exact thing. That's not fair.
And not just pure exploitation and greed. So I'm
not going to sit here and say that people have not been exploited. Like I said, there have been people who have been exploiting this case, including people that'll sit there and brag and say, look at how many subscribers I've gained and look at how much money and super chats I'm making. Y'all all hating on me, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit.
I'm going to talk about a couple of these channels who you're supporting financially. I think that there needs to be some sort of guideline around what you can put out onto your channel, how much you can talk about someone. And I always say
I agree with that to a certain extent as well. Like I said, I don't care for her, but I do agree with that. There should be certain guidelines for sure.
This to me just feels very wrong. And as I'm allowed to do, and as you guys are allowed to do too, if I have an opinion, I'm going to share it with you guys.
Just like I have an opinion right now and I'm sharing it with you guys. I don't have a problem with her having an opinion. Like I said, I agree with her and I'll keep saying that. But when it comes to certain things, it's not right.
So what's his name again? Mr. Morris has done 40 videos on Gabby Petito.
Okay, so Miss Joseph Morris is somebody that I have ran across, and he definitely has crossed a line to me that I don't agree with. I don't agree with, and he makes it so very obvious. He literally had like a banner that said, get me to 100,000 subscribers. And he's there since he's been covering this case. I don't agree with his coverage of the case. And another thing that bothers me about a lot of channels that are covering this case is that there's a lot of speculation. And when there's speculation, it leaves room for everything to just turn chaotic to me. I understand that emotions are running high, and this is definitely a case of DV in my personal opinion, and we all have our opinions, but at what point does the speculation stop? You have to go by the facts, in my opinion. However, there are some channels where that's the glory of YouTube, where every case they cover is based off pure speculation. But when it's covered off of speculation, to me, in my opinion, I'm going to keep saying that, in my opinion, it definitely confuses your audience. It confuses your subscribers. I think it's very important to stick to facts as well. You know what I mean? It's the clickbait videos that change the title after the live release. Yeah, Carrie. Yes, 100%. Let's continue.
In the last...
Thank you, Brittany.
Students with ADHD
You know,
save 10
and it's like,
hours studying with
did
this
she
Scrub
monetize
extension.
this video?
But no, by all means.
I could sit here and talk about you monetizing this video.
So, sir, you take home the award for the most videos that you could possibly do in a 1 week span using Gabby's name and her picture and her very untimely passing. So 40 videos, you know, this guy wasn't getting, you know, his channel was very small before this. I will tell you how many subscribers he had a week ago. As of the end of August, he had 3,000 subscribers. So now he has made over 100,000 by...
What? Wow. That's a lot of subscribers, dude. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with the way he's covering it. Like I said, I agree with her on that.
Very decorated past online.
Okay, so let's
She's a
go
and see someone building their platform off of someone that you know or love. Second up, let's talk about Miss Natasha Cooper. Now, you guys know.
Yep, let's talk about her for a second.
I gave a little spoiler and I said that I was going to be talking about Natasha. I know that you guys have many opinions about her. Now, there's this whole thing, you know, she's a known scammer, allegedly. I'm only going to talk about the things that I saw with my own eyes here. But allegedly, she has a very decorated past online and has done a lot of really scummy things.
We all know about that, right?
She has done 30 videos on Gabby Petito in the last week. She has not
30 videos.
Talked about anything else in between. It's all Gabby
Holy
Petito.
shit.
Boom, 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 boom. 30 videos back to back to back to back. And she has also come up with almost 20,000 subscribers. Now, before she...
Okay, so see, this is where I have a problem with this. And this is why I agree with Radiant Britt. When I first started watching, when I would run across Natasha's channel, I didn't mind the way she was covering the case at first. I didn't mind it. You know, it's not as if I watched her, but if somebody would bring her name up, or when she did a live bragging about how many subscribers that she's made since she's been covering this case, I would go back and watch. And I didn't necessarily mind the way she was covering it prior. When she first started, I felt like she was covering it with a lot of facts, you know. And then as I watched and as I was doing research prior to coming on here, as I watch her now, all it is speculation. All it is her going off of what they're saying on Facebook or what they're saying in, on social media, and just everything. Speculation. And then that's when now I have a problem with the way that she's covering this case. Now I don't watch her, but when I came across, if you're going to decide to cover a case and that main focus around your ultimate goal around covering this case is to gain subscribers, to gain money, gain memberships and all those kinds of things, at least don't make it so obvious. You keep thinking that people are jealous of you, but nobody is jealous of Natasha. That's not the case. There's no reason. How can you be so low, in my personal opinion, to make a live and talk and rub it in and say, na 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 boo boo, look at how many subscribers that I have. The only person that you are pleasing when you say these things is yourself. Because when you say these kinds of things, not only does it discredit you, but it also makes you look evil. And it makes you look like, wow, look at how many subscribers I gained. I have more subscribers than all of you. But nobody cares about that, because here's what people don't get. We're all in the same boat here. Okay? It doesn't matter how many subscribers that you have gained from covering this case. But if you're going to cover this case, do it with a little bit of integrity. Bragging, self-gratification, it shows obviously your main purpose of why you're covering this case. And I'm sorry, but anybody can gain subscribers and views from this case. It is a very high profile case. It is. And some people are doing it for the right reasons, and a lot of people are doing it for the wrong reasons. And unfortunately, I feel like Natasha has made it painfully obvious that the reason why she's covering this case, right? Okay.
She was in such a position where she could exploit Gabby for her own fame and fortune. She had 540 subscribers at the end of August. So now you're almost at 20,000. So Natasha, I hope that you feel really good about these 30 videos that are just drawn out for no reason at all, first of all. Second of all, let's talk about the fact that she streams the news a lot on these videos. I checked out a few of them and kind of skipped around, and I don't really understand how that's doing a service to anyone. We can all go to that YouTube channel and watch what you're streaming.
I agree. Excuse me. I agree. I agree with her 100% about everything that she's saying. I will talk about this more towards the end. I'm not like streaming her whole video or anything like that, but Melissa says, yep, I have a bunch of viewers who are watching my coverage who wouldn't normally be there. They're there because they want the updates and to discuss it. Some will stay, most won't. Right, Melissa. But you're also covering the case with integrity, and there's a big difference. You know what I mean? There's a big difference between the way that you cover the case versus the way that Natasha does. You know, let's be real here. And that's just the problem. I think, you know what? I think had she not did a live bragging about how many subscribers she has gained, maybe I probably wouldn't have even paid attention to it at all. You know what I mean? But really, her doing that video just called so much attention upon herself. And that is, you know, hopefully a lesson that she will learn. Why do you care about what other people are saying? Why do you feel that it is necessary for you to rub in and say na 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 boo boo to people or your haters, as you say? Why is that important? Why is that so important? You didn't have to say anything. It's just, it's too much. But had I not seen that video, and maybe had Radiant Britt not seen the video where she was bragging about how many subscribers that she has gained, I don't think that that negative attention would be on Natasha as much. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this because I want to get to Teaspiracy, and then we will talk more about this towards the end. It's a contest to her. But see, that's the thing. Like, if you are on YouTube just to compete with other people, you're on YouTube for the wrong reasons. Because I'm not going to lie, in the beginning of when I started my YouTube, and then I would see other people that started the same time I did, or, you know, talked about some of the same things that I do. I would even see people copying me or whatever, or trying to do their makeup and do commentary, all kinds of things. excuse me, and then, you know, they would gain more subscribers than me, and I'd be doing the same thing. Now, excuse me. First of all, I would get very down on myself and be like, oh my gosh, like, why is this happening? However, here's the thing, my situation is different than a lot of other people. For one, it is very, very tough for a Black YouTuber to be successful here on YouTube. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and you have to work twice as hard. Some people may agree with me, some people may not. I'm living proof of it. Okay. And it's true. So therefore, when I would look at other people, you know, that were white or whatever, and they would be doing the same content as me, of course, I would see them gaining subscribers and me at a standstill. And that is because they have an advantage over me. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So I had to instill that in my brain. Then next, I have to instill in my brain, I am not here to compete with anybody. The only person that I am in competition with when it comes to anything in general in life, especially YouTube, is the person that I look at in the mirror every single day. I'm competing with myself, challenging myself to be better than I was the day before, to edit better than the day I was before, to, you know, put out more content than the day I was before. It's me competing with myself. No one should be worried about what the next person is doing on YouTube. You need to worry about your damn self. It's very simple. She bribed again tonight, and she did the same. Na boo boo. Oh my gosh. You're only bringing that negative attention towards yourself. You think that there are people who are jealous of you when really that's not the case. They're just upset because they know how you are and they have a problem with you for whatever reason. And there's a lot of people that look at that like, you know, it's just not right. And that has nothing to do with jealousy. But no one should be here competing with anybody else. Nobody. And if you are, you probably need to get the hell off YouTube, because everyone is different. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's situation is different. And comparing yourself, or you thinking that everything is a competition, is what is ultimately going to end in your demise, in my personal opinion. Okay.
Sending you super chats and
Stream 85 plus channels and save up to $500 a year with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently, so you never have to slow down at work.
building your business. 30 or 40 videos.
Because how you really have to look at this is, in a lot of ways, it is blood money, because you are building and gaining subscribers off of the back of someone who is deceased. And if that's a conscience that, you know, if you can deal with that when you go to bed at night, more power to you. That's all I can say.
That are long drawn out live streams of you encouraging people to join, or you know, they're sending you super chats because you've been on a live for 2 hours. Instead of doing that, why don't you make it 1 or 2, maybe even years, to think Katie Joy without a crystal ball, and you know, she has an okay platform. She's at 6 just over 2 hours. So this goes back to the same thing. Why are we sitting on live streams for multiple hours just playing Clue? This is not anyone's game of detective to solve. And I understand, you know, true crime is very interesting to some people, but like I said, I don't think that any of this is fruitful conversation. I don't think that it's productive. And unless y'all are going to go out and help hunt Brian Laundrie, which is not going to happen.
Now, see, that's where I don't agree with Radiant Britt when it comes to counting people's super chats and things like that. I do feel like she crosses a line, and she's very hypocritical. And I'm going to tell you why in a second.
These little live streams are not helping anyone get justice any faster. All that it's doing is building your platform, giving you video views, and in my personal opinion, many times dwindling the integrity that you might have had with your subscribers. And if you subscribe to Teaspiracy and you like her games, are not helping any productive, is very interesting to some people, but like I said, I don't think that any of this is playing Clue. Why are we? Several of them are Crime, to my knowledge, she has an okay platform. It's a history of covering Katie Joy without a crystal. Conspiracy is she has Gabby Petito coverage is Miss Teaspiracy. So I'm sure some of you guys know who Teaspiracy is. She has a history of covering Katie Joy without a crystal ball.
And see, here's the thing. Yeah, Teaspiracy has a history of covering Katie Joy without a crystal ball, but so does Radiant Britt. That's how people started knowing who she was. And another thing too, how she can sit there and kind of demean people and say little live streams. That's ridiculous too, because she did live streams as well. Why? You don't do it no more, so that means that you're somehow above. And even if that's not what she means, her delivery is always off to me when it comes to Radiant Britt. Her delivery is always off, and it always comes off as if, ew, you're disgusting. Stay away from me. Like a mean girl. I'm not going to lie. That's just the way that she conveys herself. She conveys herself in a manner where it seems very looking down on people. And I don't like that. I just don't.
And you know, she has an okay platform. She's at 6.4 thousand subscribers.
Okay, so there's another way that I'm going to stop her. Why does it always feel like, what I've noticed about Radiant Britt is she really has a hard time saying nice things about other women. The only nice things that I hear her say about other women are women who look up to her. You just sat there and said that Teaspiracy has an okay platform. Maybe that's what you feel in your opinion, but it seems as though that's what she says about everyone. I've never heard her really genuinely give a nice compliment to anybody. That's another problem that I have with Radiant Britt. I don't like that. It just, you didn't have to, if you don't like her platform, you didn't have to say anything at all. But to sit there and say, oh, she has an okay platform, would it have hurt you to say, oh, I enjoy some of her content? Like,
as of right now, and true crime, to my knowledge, is nothing that she's ever covered. She has 19 videos about Gabby Petito. Several of them are long live streams, over an hour long. Here's one.
If you think long live streams are over an hour long, then you don't watch live streams very much, because my live streams can last over anywhere from an hour to freaking 5-6 hours. Okay.
That's over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. This one's almost 3 hours. Another one over 2 hours. So this goes back to the same thing.
Exactly, Melissa.
Why are we sitting on live streams for multiple hours, just playing Clue? This is not.
See, that's another reason why I have a problem with her. There are some people who are genuine when they're covering this case, and there's some people who are exploiting this case. And Teaspiracy is not one of those people. I've watched some of her coverage on this case. And to me, watching her, the reason why a lot of people, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Melissa, a lot of people do stream the news in one way or another, is to just interact with their audience and to get to feed off of the things that they think, and to just, discuss these kinds of things and what's going on with your subscribers who you love and adore. And you just want to, have the news on to just discuss. Like, what's wrong with that? I look at my platform as a place to discuss. Exactly. Did you say that before me or after I just said this, Melissa? Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but you'll let me know.
Anyone's game of detective to solve.
And you see, this is why I had to do this, because there are so many people who are happy with her because she called out Natasha and the Joseph Morris guy. And I agree with her. You were typing before. That's just how we are. But there were a lot of people who were like, yeah, I'm so happy that a more bigger YouTuber, which she's not that big, but a bigger YouTuber is calling Natasha out. But you don't understand that I think it's great that she called Natasha out, and she's 100% right about everything that she said, a majority of the things that she said. But in the same sense, she's also kind of triangulating all of these people by talking about Teaspiracy. It seems very, very calculated, and almost as if she has some kind of feud with Teaspiracy that Teaspiracy probably doesn't even know about. You don't have the right to sit there and judge people because of the things that they do. Everybody can do whatever the fuck they want to do on their own platform. But see, when you talk about these creators who are streaming the news and different things like that, that's where you're crossing a line, because a lot of creators do things for different reasons, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's exploitation. You are always right there with us.
And I understand, true crime is very interesting to some people, but like I said, I don't think that any of this is fruitful conversation. I don't think that it's productive.
That's not her place to say what's productive and what's not. As far as when it comes to Teaspiracy and streaming the news, and interacting with her audience and things like that. See, you're bashing somebody, but when you are talking about Teaspiracy, you're also talking about a lot of other creators who do the same, and they're not exploiting this case at all. If you're going to call somebody out on exploiting the case, yes, it's very, very blatantly obvious of the people who go on camera and says, nah, boo boo, look how many subscribers I have. Okay, we know where they're at. We know that the reason why they're doing this is not genuine. But when you're talking about somebody like Teaspiracy, who's minding her own business over on her own channel and just covering this case and doing what she wants to, whatever, that's not your place to sit there and say it's not helping. Because guess what? There are a lot of YouTube creators covering this case that are helping. YouTube, people like to exclude YouTube like it's not an important platform. It is a very important platform. A lot of things have been discovered from YouTube creators. It's just not right. Exactly. A social media can help a lot when it comes to this case. You don't have a right to sit there on your moral high horse and talk about how it's not productive to sit there and stream the news for 3 hours. That's none of your damn business. It's not. That is not any kind of proof that shows that Teaspiracy is exploiting this case. And there's another thing that she said in here, and let me see if she said, hold on, I'll show you guys in a minute.
And unless y'all are going to go out and help hunt Brian Laundrie, which is not going to happen, these little live streams are not helping anyone get justice any faster.
Why does she keep saying these little live streams? Do you guys understand why I'm upset? Because you're acting as though you have some kind of animosity towards people who live stream, but guess what? You used to live stream too. And when you did live streams, it literally gained you subs as well. Quit saying little live streams. Like, people who do live streams are below people who actually put out videos and edit, because it is harder, first of all, to go live than it is to film, in my personal opinion. And I do both. I film and edit, and I'm going to start filming a lot more now because I do miss that. However, going live is difficult. You have to engage with your audience, get your audience to engage with you and be interested in the things that you're talking about. And you can be very nervous because it's it's live, it's raw, anything can happen, So quit saying these little live streams as if people who live stream are less than people who film videos. That's not right. YouTube created the live stream button for a reason. And just because you choose not to live stream doesn't make you any better than any other creator. And no, you're not saying that, but you're insinuating it when you keep saying these little live streams. I don't like it.
All that it's doing is building your platform, giving you video views, and in my personal opinion, many times dwindling the integrity that you might have had with your subscribers. And if you...
Okay. Dwindling the integrity. Okay. So yeah, if you go on live, good night, Southern Lady. Thank you so much for being here, sweetie. If you are live and you say, nah, boo boo, look how many subscribers and super chats and memberships that I gained. Yep. You definitely messed up the integrity and discredited yourself, because you could have kept that to yourself. And if you wanted to brag, then maybe brag to your friends. You didn't have to go live to do that. However, what do you mean that people are ruining their integrity because of their interest in covering this case?
Subscribe to Teaspiracy and you like her, that's good for you. That's totally fine. But when we're talking about creators who I've come across over the last week that, in my opinion, have just gone totally out of control with the Gabby Petito videos, she's definitely on the list. So let's move on. And lastly, let's talk about the Dad Challenge podcast. You guys know that I have been a vocal supporter.
Nobody cares about her Dad Challenge podcast. But one thing that I did hear her say is that Teaspiracy doesn't cover true crime cases. And that's not true. Teaspiracy does cover true crime cases. It's not something, she's not technically a true crime channel, but just like somebody had just said in the comments, she has covered the Cash case or the Summer Wells case. I've even seen her touch on the Michael Long case. So she definitely has covered true crime. So not only did you go into this being very judgmental, because when you're talking about Teaspiracy and the things that she's doing as a creator and covering this case, to me, you're talking about all creators who pretty much do the same, maybe in a different way. That's the glory of being a creator, but you're talking about all. You not only are being very judgmental, you didn't do your research, because Teaspiracy has covered some true crime cases. You're acting as though, Radiant Britt is acting as though she just started covering this case just to get clout, and that's not true. She has covered a few true crime cases. It's not like she just decided to cover this case. I'm sure she decided to cover this case for genuine reasons, and that is another reason. Like, okay, if you're going to talk, if you're going to run your mouth, do your research. Do your research before you start running your mouth about another creator. That's something that Radiant Britt is always preaching to her subscribers. So how about you do the same and not be so hypocritical, because you're always telling people they need to do their due diligence. They need to do their research. Well, guess what? You did no research, because if you did, then you would know that she has covered some true crime cases. This is not me being biased. This is just reality. And another thing, you're sitting there talking about how people are gaining subs, gaining money and super chats and things like that off this case. However, when you cover the case of Gabby Petito, it's monetized. So there's another hypocritical move that I just have a problem with. You cannot sit there and talk about other creators who are gaining money off this case. It doesn't matter how many videos a creator does. It's the quality of the videos that matter. I don't give a shit how many videos Melissa does on Gabby Petito, as long as she's doing it with integrity and respect. As long as she is putting out as much facts as she possibly can, doing fact checking, vetting accurately, I don't have a problem with that. So regardless of how many videos someone has done, you cannot very well talk about creators who are gaining subs and money off of covering this case when you yourself covered this case and it was monetized. Doesn't make much sense to me. Okay. So that is going to exit out of that. And then now, okay, hold on 1 second, you guys, because I'm going to show you Teaspiracy's response real quick. Wait. And it's not going to be long.
That she wants to put out.
Crystal Ball, and so was Radiant.
Okay. Let me share my screen real quick. I definitely agree with you that we women should be more supportive of each other. Absolutely. I hated that part. If you like Teaspiracy, that's good for you. Like, huh? Exactly. Like it's it's too much. Like I said, can sit here and tell you guys, oh, I think Radiant Britt is cute. I think the way she does her makeup is nice. Like I can sit here and say nice things about her, even though I don't necessarily care for her. I was a supporter of hers, but there's things that she's done that I don't agree with. I feel like she's very hypocritical. But I just feel like she has a problem uplifting other women. You don't have to necessarily agree with everything, but to me, her throwing Teaspiracy in with those other creators who make it very blatantly obvious why they're covering this case, her throwing Teaspiracy in there is something that I had to talk about because it was wrong. And it's almost as if she has like some kind of personal vendetta, and that's why she brought up Teaspiracy. She just threw Teaspiracy in there, and I don't think that was right at all. And I don't think that was fair. So I had to give my opinion about it because it was bothering me. You are providing a service to the public. You should want as many subs as possible because that's more people hearing your message. And yes, you have every right to monetize your content. Absolutely. Everybody does. But don't talk about other people monetizing their content. And gaining subs and gaining money when you actually did the same exact thing. Just because you didn't make video after video of the Gabby Petito case does not make you stand all high and mighty above these other creators who are covering this case. You're sitting here talking about people gaining subs and money when you gained money off of it too when you covered the case. I can see if you didn't monetize it, but you did. That's hypocritical. The hypocrisy is too blatant for me to just sit here and not say anything, right? Teaya is a woman supporting women. Yes, queen. Absolutely. I 100% will love supporting women. If I see something wrong, I'm going to say it. I wish that I could, support Radiant Britt, but she's too hypocritical, and I don't like that. Like I said, I don't think that it was it it wasn't nice of her to just throw Teaspiracy in there. And to be honest with you, I feel like she owes Teaspiracy an apology. Like, I don't think that that was right at all. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys one more thing. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't show you guys Teaspiracy's response. I'm only going to show you a little bit of it, and then we will wrap this up. Why do you always do that? This is Teaspiracy. She's so cute. I think she is so adorable. Did she come up? Okay, yeah, she's so cute. And I'm going to show you guys her response real quick, okay?
Britt, right? So that's kind of how like I came to find her. Okay, now whether some people have a hard time admitting this, more than a few people do actually have a hard time admitting that a lot of their subscribers came from their coverage of Katie Joy, right? Some people will just be like, no, not mine, right? I don't know if she does that because I can't remember because I unsubscribed in February, because the moment I hit the unsubscribe button was for this reason. The lady really literally said in one of her videos, okay, she said, people who cover Katie Joy are just doing it for clicks and views. And I don't know about you guys, but when I watch somebody, I like to learn something. I said, girl, me too. Unsub. You know what I
mean? And that's one of the reasons why I unsub from her. The hypocrisy was just too blatant. And to sit there and say, how could you sit there and talk about people who cover without a crystal ball when nobody would know who she is? Nobody would know who Radiant Britt is if it wasn't for her covering without a crystal ball. And it's the same with me. When I started my channel, when I started commentary, it was because I had to say something about without a crystal ball. I couldn't stand the hypocrisy any longer. I'll admit that shit. Okay? Keep the same motherfucking energy, okay? Quit trying to act like you were not one of those main people who were doing video after video about without a crystal ball, because you were.
So that's when I hit the unsubscribe button, because I'm like, lest we forget, how many have you made? Right? She
has made a lot of videos about without a crystal ball, and she was doing live streams too. But now all of a sudden, I guess she's above them. Whatever.
Videos and talk about videos, but just because you stick a couple other videos, a lot of people do this, and it's super annoying. Just because you stick a couple other videos in between your Katie Joy videos does not put you on some moral high ground. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, so that was that. And I'm not a hate watcher. I don't like to watch people that I don't like. I just don't. I've tried to stop doing that. I'm not gonna say I've never done that. I was gonna, but hell no. I've tried to stop doing that because it brings me nothing. I'm not gonna sit there.
It brings you no joy in life when you're watching people that you can't stand. Okay, when you're watching people that you have a big issue with, what does it do for you? You know, it really doesn't do anything for you. It just makes you even more mad when you sit there and listen to the hypocritical, shady things that they say. I try not to do the same as well. I'm not saying that I still don't. Like I said, I have watched, but more I watch some of Natasha's content because for the sake of this live. But yeah, I love her accent, Heather. Her accent is so bomb. I love her accent. But like I said, she's awesome. I don't have a problem with her. She's never done anything to me. The thing is about Teaspiracy is she's just real, and she will admit things. She's very chill. She's very laid back. And like I said, she was one of the first people, first creators that's bigger than me that said, hey girl, gave you a shout out, you know, and she's very aware of a lot of things too. As far as when it comes to Black creators, she's just an awesome woman and I respect her, and I would respect Radiant Britt too. I just don't like her delivery of things. And there has been people who have stuck up for Radiant Britt. When I have touched on a video, I don't know if you guys know this creator. What the heck's her name? Damn it. I can't remember her name, you guys, but she is a YouTuber who covers like boxy charms and things like that. If somebody remembers her name, please drop it in the comments below. But the coverage that Radiant Britt did on this specific creator really took me over the edge. And all I can tell you is hate watching people really doesn't do anything but make you more mad. I think it brings negative energy into your life. And I think if you feel like you have to watch something or somebody sends something to you, which people send things to me about Natasha, I will watch. But I'm not going to go over and just watch people just to watch them, just to make myself even more enraged. You know what I mean? So I agree with her on that. Oh my God. Without a crystal ball drove me nuts. Wow, I didn't realize there were so many people who spoke out against her. She and Natasha Cooper belong in the same circle. For real. Absolutely. Absolutely, Brittany. Yeah, a lot of people. Can you drop her link, Tia? Yes, her link is up there. Yeah, can one of you guys, one of my mods, drop her link, please? But yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. I have definitely learned a lot from watching Teaspiracy. I don't watch her as much as I would like to, because it's hard for me to be on YouTube during the day at all. But whenever I get a chance, I do watch her, and she's great. She's a great person.
Somebody makes a video about her video. That's the only way I can stomach it, right? Because she makes me physically just bleh. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, if you like Radiant Britt, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking anyone to not like her. I don't care. You know what I mean? But I have gone through some of the comments on her video, and it seems as though quite a few of you agree that, you know, I kind of got the shit end of her criticism, right? Because, you know,
right. Nobody is, especially here on YouTube, you're not protected from criticism. But I really do think that she threw Teaspiracy in there unfairly. And I think it has a lot to do with some kind of personal vendetta that she has against Teaspiracy. And I don't think it has anything to do with the way that I think she targeted Teaspiracy, because Teaspiracy has been covering this case. But no, I really think that this has more to do with a personal situation that she has within herself. Maybe Teaspiracy makes her uncomfortable or insecure or something like that. And what I do know about Radiant Britt from watching her in the past is she is very vocal about how she was bullied in high school. And it's like, I've never seen someone being bullied in high school act like that, because I was bullied all throughout high school, and I can never see myself putting down other people, especially women, the way that she does. And like I said, the main reason why I wanted to shed light on this and give my opinion is because there was a lot of people that were happy that she called out Natasha. However, you really need to do your research about her, because she's not what she seems. So
her criticism evolves around like her being on some kind of moral high ground, and you know, she's the person who can tell you how to run a channel. She's the person who can tell you how to do this. She's the, you know, she likes to just sit up there and she methodically speaks slowly, and she just likes to just let you know all the things that you do wrong. This one does wrong, that one does wrong, right? Yeah. So the Peter Mon thing, yeah, I just got hip to that. And that is something, let me tell you, okay?
Another case, if you do your research on Peter Mon, if you don't know who Peter Mon is a creator who really talks he's a commentary channel, a drama channel, who really talks about things that are going on in the makeup world and things like that. And yep, self-taught beauty. Thank you so much, feeling kind of breezy. Self-taught beauty. The coverage that Radiant Britt did on that, I was so heated over that. There's a lot of things that she was right about, which I'll admit, but there is a lot of things that she got wrong. And even with her, Radiant Britt, doing, if you go back and do research, Radiant Britt talking about Peter Mon and thinking that she's calling him out. She literally did no research. It was just another example of why I have a problem with her and why I think she's so problematic, because she just stands on this moral high horse and everybody's below her, and she's telling everybody what they should and shouldn't do to their channel, and it's just not right to me. Who the hell made you the YouTube freaking authority over other creators and what they choose to do with their own damn channels? It just...
More interesting than not is I just went to I heard that she had a problem with me quote unquote exploiting her. Now I am going to watch the video. I don't remember, I haven't seen it, so maybe she covered this part, I don't know. But she had a problem with some ads that I had, right? Now I do have ads on my van search warrant one. I do have yellow monetization. I don't know if she knows what yellow monetization is, because judging by her channel, from what I've seen, it seems like she's a green light go kind of person, right? Like somebody like me who's unfiltered, I get a lot of yellow, because with yellow monetization, you're lucky if you get enough to buy a cup of coffee. So I don't know where, whatever. But the weird part is, and I'm going to show you guys these comments. She said she got a problem with that. Then she goes, it's not about that. It's about the quantity. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that there was a number that was like acceptable in a developing case. Furthermore,
that's where I have to say, it's really not about the quantity to me, to anyone who's covering this case. It's the quality of the content that they are delivering. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do 50,000 videos if you want to, but it's about what you're saying in those videos that I care about more. Now, that's just my opinion. Some people might feel differently, and I respect that. But, you know, of course, I don't think you should be doing video after video after video after video. However, to me, I don't think that it matters about the quantity. I think it's the quality of the content that you are, you know, delivering. Anybody else have a little black dot on their screen? Yeah, that's my mouse, sweetie. Sorry about that. Yeah, me too. She was cruel to self-taught beauty at certain times. I just couldn't believe it. She said some very horrible things, and maybe I'll cover that too. But there's one more thing that I want you guys to see, and then we are going to wrap this up.
Who makes that rule? I mean, like, why you? Huh? I don't know, man. But all right, I gotta stop assuming this is where I was going before I hit play. I signed into my personal YouTube account and I went to her Gabby Petito video, and when I hit play, an ad came up. So somebody tell me why that's such a problem. But when I watch her Gabby video, because I have YouTube Premium on my Teaspiracy one, so I don't see the ads, but a video came up. I mean, an ad came up right away. So that's how we started off here. So let's play the video. Now I'm gonna
She's gonna play the video, but there's one more thing I want you guys to see real quick.
When it's done correctly. And
become a member, okay. If somebody wants to subscribe, okay. What? Like, whatever he's saying, that's just my opinion. Joseph Morris, I really don't. So he can get that award, whatever. It's fine with me, right? We can all give our comments together. We can all give our thoughts together, right? A lot of this stuff can be hard to swallow. A lot of these instances that we find.
You are trying to build your name. Your name and your channel is your business.
Not for all of us, Britt. Were you guys here the other day when someone came in talking shit and I was like, you can go F yourself. I'm not a corporation, okay? I don't sit up here and play pretend. I'm employed by me. Bitch, I'll make 19 more. As long as there's news on a story that I'm passionate about, I'll make 19 more.
Which is none of her damn
business.
business.
No, I gotta hurry up because, you know, we can only have live streams for a certain amount of time before it's a problem.
And unless y'all are gonna go
probably plateauing because you are a dark cloud that sits there and points and points and points and points and points and is just like sitting on her throne like, off with their heads. This one did this. This one did
Right,
that.
Heather?
Like there's no positivity. Like at least I try to throw in some positive streams and do some different things, right? When you sit there day after day and you point fingers at anybody you can find, what does that say about you? Huh? Not gonna say I never done it because I have, but I'm about polarity. You know what I'm saying? I went live the other day so we could all pray for Gabby, and we all kind of cried together, right? And did I remind everybody on that I didn't monetize it, by the way. And the first thing I said when I started is this isn't monetized. The van search warrant, yup. But that's funny because I went to your Gabby video and an ad came up right after I hit play. So somebody explained to me. And in the memorial video, I said, we need to start treating her more like a person and less like a story. But if you watched my content, you would know that. It's funny at this point. I can't believe what this girl has turned into. I mean, when I left her in February, I was like, all right, she's just kind of salty Susie, but holy crap. Now listen, Gabby is a serious subject. The girl, was abused. She was killed. She was murdered, right? It's serious. It should make people mad. People like Joseph Morris should make people mad, right? But if you're going to put my picture up with somebody like him, at least know what my intentions are. Don't assume you know what my intentions are, right? Never assume what my intentions are. That's one thing I won't do here on YouTube is let another person tell me what my intentions are. And judging from her BX Beast Boy response video I saw, she don't like that either, right? You don't like that either, Britt, do you? I feel that we all lean on each other in intentions are, right? I don't know. I don't know about Josh. I don't know. Whatever. People see people covering it. It is what it is. As long as I sleep fine at night, I'm cool with it. Peter Mon, okay. Because I have an appointment who sit on their high horses need to be called out sometimes. Thank you, Phoenix, for becoming a member. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Ooh, I've been ranting.
Okay. Now you guys see her response. One thing that I do want to say is, and I will link both of these videos down in the description below, and you guys can go check it out and still form your own opinion. But the one thing that, excuse me, I did not see this whole video, but there were certain parts in this video that I seen. And one of the things that, excuse me, hold on. One of the things that Radiant Britt did was she actually reached out to one of, sorry guys, she actually reached out to one of Teaspiracy's subscribers. She reached out to one of Teaspiracy's subscribers and said, I'm sorry that you're so biased. This is Radiant Britt's words. I'm sorry that you're so biased that you can't see Teaspiracy for who she really is. And if you go back and watch Teaspiracy's video, which I will link in the description below, you will see that Teaspiracy mentioned that that's one of the reasons why she chose to respond to Radiant Britt. When it comes to being a creator, you have to have boundaries as a creator as well. It is very important as a creator that you not try to contact other people's subscribers. That's the problem with YouTube. It's all about picking sides and calling other people biased and different things like that. Like, that is so unprofessional. It's very, very unprofessional to reach out to another creator's subscriber and ask them or tell them that they're biased and they don't see that person for who they truly are. I mean, there are definitely some creators that I don't care for, but you're not going to see me reach out to their subscribers. That's just ridiculous. And like I said, I feel like it's very unprofessional. If you go back and watch Teaspiracy's video, you'll see that she talks about that's one of the reasons why she had to respond, because you're crossing a line. You're crossing a line when you start contacting another creator that you don't like, the people that choose to support her. And if she contacted one of her subscribers, who knows how many she tried to contact. And that's why I say that there has to be a deeper rooted issue. I feel like she has a very huge problem with Teaspiracy, and I don't think it has anything to do with her coverage on the Gabby Petito case. I think that this is something that has always been there with Radiant Britt, maybe a vendetta or something like that, to just put Teaspiracy in with people like Natasha and Joseph Morris. You're really crossing the line, and I think that she did that on purpose. Because she just doesn't like Teaspiracy, especially if you go so far to reach out to somebody who chooses to support Teaspiracy. That is bullshit. You know, I'm sure Teaspiracy seen proof of this. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said anything. But I would want to respond to something like that too. That is just messed up on so many levels to actually reach out to somebody. I don't know. Like, that's just like a subscriber reaching out to me and saying, this creator contacted me and asked me, why do I support you, Teaya? That's messed up. Like, can we be any more low? So that is one of the reasons why, among many, why I don't care for Radiant Britt. I think that, you know, on a positive note, she speaks very intellectually. She seems like a very independent woman, and I think that's great. And I really did like her channel when she first started, but she has just become so hypocritical. And a lot of people who, when I've had my opinions about Radiant Britt, a lot of people that would stick up for her in, you know, the comment section of one video that I did, and it wasn't about Radiant Britt, it was about self-taught beauty, but I also was talking about Radiant Britt and the horrible things that she was saying about self-taught beauty. One of her subscribers left a comment, and they were like, I think people don't like her because she's so blunt and straightforward. I respect people who are blunt and straightforward. Okay. I don't have a problem with nobody who's blunt and straightforward. It is her delivery of the things, of her opinions. Her delivery comes off as very above everyone else's. Like, you are running your channel correctly, and the people that you talk about are running their channel horribly. And even if that's not if it's not how she means for it to come off, that's the way that it comes off. You're coming off very cold-hearted and very like you're above everyone else. And that's my major issue with Radiant Britt. She's very snotty, right, Goose? Teaya, I need to go to bed. It's good to see your pretty face. Thank you so much for being here, Heather. Good night, sweetheart. She just comes off as very, just like Goose said, very snooty. Chloe says tactless. That's what I'm talking about. And it bothers me. I feel like she's definitely problematic when it comes to the things that she does. And out of all of the things that she does, I really don't talk about her or bring her up ever. But I had to say something for my girl Teaspiracy, because I really felt like she was very unfairly treated when it came to talking about this. And I just don't like it. I didn't like it. I agree with her. I agree with her with what she said about Natasha. I agree with her what she said about Joseph Morris. I do not agree with her with what she said about Teaspiracy. I feel like it was very unfair. And she definitely owes Teaspiracy an apology, because a lot of the things that she said and accusations that she said were wrong. You don't reach out to another creator's supporter, for one. That is so low. Like, how low could you possibly go? Which shows me that she has like some kind of personal issue with Teaspiracy. Teaspiracy is fun, chill, laid back, and then go ahead and watch Radiant Britt and make your own opinion about how you feel that she is compared to Teaspiracy. But I felt like that was unfair for Teaspiracy, and you know, I got your back, girl. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Like I said, I have been feeling better. The sinuses with my sinuses, it's worse during the day than at night. But I will be coming on here a lot more. I will be putting out a lot more videos. I do miss you guys tremendously. And I thank you guys so much for being here. If there's anything that anyone wants to say about what I talked about, you can leave it down in the comments below and I will check here in the chat. If there's something that somebody wants to say about this whole situation with Natasha, with Joseph Morris or Teaspiracy, Dad podcast, whatever, leave it down in the comments below and I'll open up the panel. If not, then we're going to end this because it is late and we will do this again tomorrow. So you guys let me know. But I'm not trying to, and I feel like I'm being mean and I'm not trying to be mean to anyone. I just wish that Radiant Britt wasn't so snobby, because when there's a lot of people who are so happy that she called out, Natasha or Joseph Morris, and they're not paying attention to the horrible things that she has said about Teaspiracy. And like I said, when you're sitting there talking about the things that Teaspiracy does and how she streams the news and things like that, then you're talking about other people too, like people that I watch, like Melissa or anyone who, not everyone who does these kind of things. You can't triangulate people like that. Let's just quit being so judgmental. Get off your moral high horse. Bring it down a little bit and understand that you are not the end all be all. You do not get to sit there and judge other people. Yeah, Chloe, it was funny. It was fun making that too. Thanks, because I'm not trying to be mean, because I don't like putting down other women. You think I want to sit here and talk about this? You think I want to sit here and say Natasha is really low for some of the things that she's been doing recently? I don't want to do that, but I call them like I see them. Oh, people aren't leaving. Yay, because I had to go away for a minute. Love me some tea. Oh, I love you too, Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful. Okay, so anybody who has anything to say, just leave them in the comments below. If you guys want to talk about this again, we will. I will call people out if I see that people are not covering this case with integrity. You find who overbearing? Radiant Britt. Welcome, Ashley. If you want to watch someone who covers this case very well, Melissa Jade is amazing, and I will put her channel in the description. Alex, she's amazing. I'll put her channel in the description. Unmasked, they're amazing. If you want to see people who cover this case with integrity, definitely check them out. Teaspiracy is good too. She's really good, and her channel is in the chat. I will link it in the description below. I promise I will remember to do this. I've been getting really better with my description box lately. I really have. So if you're interested in the Jelani Day case, I just recently did an update on that. I'll link that in the description below. I love you too, Melissa. You're doing a great job. I wish I could be there during the day. But you're doing amazing, and I'm so proud of you. Very proud of you. So if you really want to see people who cover this case with integrity, Melissa Jade, Alex Erickson, Teaspiracy, that's it. Unmasked. That's about it. I don't watch anybody else. So I'll put all of those in the description below. In the description. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you go on my channel and you see the description. I gotta go to sleep. Plunder, I'll have to check them out. I don't know who they are. Tia, Symone, do you check your Twitter messages, or where do you want me to message you? You can message me on anywhere. You can message me on Twitter. You can message me on Facebook, or you can message me or email me. But I wouldn't email me because it'll take me a while to get back to you because I get a lot of emails. So yeah, you can message me on whatever works for you, sweetie, and I'll check it. I love how MJ interacts with people in her chat. Absolutely. She's doing a great job. She really is. And I will make sure that, I'm just trying to show you guys people that I watch, because even though I can't make Melissa's lives during the day, I'm a mod of hers. Even though I can't make her lives during the day, I still watch. And I think she's doing amazing. I'm happy you caught my live too, Ashley. Thank you so much for being here. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm not trying to bash other women. That's not what I like to do. But, I got to call them as I see them. And I just don't like the way that a lot of these creators, and it's not like I'm nitpicking. I'm not nitpicking, because guess what? It's very blatantly obvious when you go on your live and say, nah, boo boo, look at how many subscribers I have. You're doing all the work for me. I don't have to do shit but sit here and say, you are exploiting this case. Okay? You did it, not me. You're the one who was bragging about it, not me. So what do you want me to say? But as far as Joseph Morrison, I don't like the way he's covering this case either. But Teaspiracy, to throw her in like that was very, very unfair, very judgmental, very shady to me. And I feel like the reason why she did that is some kind of underlying issue that she has with Teaspiracy. And to be honest with you, the way Radiant Britt comes off is very cold-hearted. I guess I'd have a problem with Teaspiracy too if I was her, because at the end of the day, Teaspiracy is funny. She literally made me laugh just from watching her for 2 seconds. She's funny. She's laid back. She's honest. She's real. I don't have a problem with her, So, and I've done my research, as much as I possibly can, having 3 kids, but I've watched. And from what I've watched, she's covering this case just fine. And if you don't like it, don't watch. But you really threw her in there with people who are handling this case in a very horrible way. You really threw her in there, and I feel like that was wrong and very unfair. So I'm glad I was able to come on here and talk to you guys about it. And I'm glad you guys are listening to me, because that means a lot to me too. But yeah, it's always fun hanging out with you guys. It's 2:00. I didn't mean to be on here this late. Might have been a stunt to get more views. Maybe, Lynn. Yeah, 52 Gabby videos as of last night. Truly disgusting. It is. And yes, it's very true. Melissa's doing a good job, and I'm proud of her. And I'm proud of Allie. I'm proud of the way that everyone's covering this case. And just to throw in Molly Golightly a little bit. So I watched Alex today, Alex Erickson, and she is a dear friend as well. And I liked, every time I watch Alex's interviews with the people that she interviews, she does it so thoroughly and she's very precise with it. And it gives you that chance to get to know the people that she's interviewing. And even though I don't have a problem with Molly Golightly per se, there's some things, I have problems with the people she surrounds herself with. Let's put it that way. And I don't necessarily like all of the things that Molly Golightly does, especially going to Brian Laundrie's house and screaming out in the front lawn. Like, sometimes you just go too far. And as far as with Molly Golightly, I felt like she went too far. However, seeing her on Alex's interview, she seems like a very passionate woman. So, yeah, I liked the interview, and it got me to look at her in a different light. And I think that she's just passionate, maybe, Didn't like her moaning about how long her videos are and asking why. It doesn't affect her life at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, and you can't sit there and talk about how people are exploiting and using the Gabby Petito case for money, but the video that you did on her, you monetized. The hypocrisy is real, you guys. But either this Thursday or next Thursday, don't forget to join me. Once a week, I'll be doing a makeup tutorial. I don't know if it's going to be this Thursday or next Thursday, but I will let you guys know on my community post. Do I have a problem with TM? Someone around? Yes, I don't like her. But I will be doing a video about that very soon, Lynn. Very, very soon. I was supposed to do it a while ago, but I'm waiting for something. So, but no, I do not like that woman. And once I expose her, you guys won't like her either. So, all right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me that you guys are here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, you'll know. You'll know. Go watch John Hinged, and you'll find out exactly why. But thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to check out my description box. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you like this video, and that lets me know that you like this video and you want to see more. And it's always a pleasure spending time with you guys. I will do the best I can to get on here tomorrow. Thank you to all my amazing mods. And I'll try to get on here earlier tomorrow, but I will let you guys know about the makeup tutorial. Each week I'll be doing it on the Thursday. I just don't know what time. So, and I don't know if it's going to be this Thursday or just depending upon how I feel. So I love you guys. I'll check my Twitter. Yes, Lynn. I love you guys so much. Thank you for interacting and being amazing. Stay beautiful, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.